Okay, by now you should be pretty confident that your product is something that has market potential, so that people actually want to buy it, that you can manufacture it for a price that is attainable, and that you really like this sample. It's the quality is good enough, you like every single detail of it, and so on. Also, that you're confident in your manufacturer. And once all these steps are taken, you can move forward and you can commit to a first production batch. How do we do this in general? Well, we ask the supplier to set up a contract on Alibaba. If they're based in, if they use that platform, yeah, we really like to use Alibaba because they have trade assurance. So if the quality is not good, we can always complain. And if you send all the money to the bank account of the supplier, you don't have any leverage. So that's why we prefer to use Alibaba. We also only pay 30% when the production starts, and then we pay 70% once the production is done. This will make sure that the manufacturer actually creates the product and delivers the quality that we want. What we do once, yeah, the production will probably take 3 to 6 weeks depending on the product. And once the production is done, we actually invite an inspection company. Uh, we often, yeah, you can Google inspection companies as well. There are several famous ones. Try to work with big inspection companies, and yeah, we often work with Kima. I think it's written like this. And Kima goes to the factory and actually examines the sample, the products, and make sure that everything is according to the requirements. And we also hire them to make sure that the product is complying with all the local legislations. For example, if a CE certificate is needed, we hire them to do all the required tests. This can be quite expensive depending on the product. So, yeah, try to discuss this with Kima before you start the production to make sure that all that the product, that you know what tests are required, and you can discuss this with the manufacturer before the production starts, so they make sure that everything is following the rules and regulations of the countries you want to sell in. So Kima does two things. They go to the manufacturer when the products are done and they inspect them to make sure that it's following the requirements, and they're also taking several samples to the lab where they test them to make sure that everything is following the local regulations. For example, for baby products, there shouldn't be any sharp edges, and so on. So Kima can really make sure that your product is according to the local legislations and is really according what you want. And once everything is done, you pay the 70% to the manufacturer, and you can move forward to shipping the product using a freight forwarder. Once again, you can use Google to find freight forwarders that you like. There's several of them, and you ask this company to send the product to the location that you want. This can be by air, which is very expensive, or this can be by boat, which is less expensive but takes a lot more time, about 50 days. Or in some locations, you can also use train or other ways to transport the goods. This is something you discuss with the freight forwarder, but make sure that you have inspection before you ship the goods and pay for them, to be assured that it's the quality that you need and avoid issues afterwards. Yeah, this will really save you a lot of headaches if you work with an inspection company. It costs some money, true, but it's often worth it because it avoids headaches.